Do you feel safe? That shark in the thumbnail there, the one in the picture above instead of me, they claim that to be 32 feet long. Caught off Cornwall 2007. Nah, it ain't 32 feet for a start. The tail of a thresher shark and the body are about equal in length, so you can make up your own mind depending on how tall you think those guys are in the picture. But that is one hell of a shark, probably 700 pound maybe. So you've got those. You've got poor beagles to 500 pound. I've had them to 500 pound off the Cornish coast. Got credible sightings of great whites. We've got makos to well over 1,000 pounds. We've had sand tigers washed up, a couple of meters long to several meters long. So, and of course you've got the blue sharks in the summer, lots and lots of blue sharks in the summer. So the question is, when you go in the sea with all that lot, how safe do you feel? Do you feel you're okay? Because poor beagles have been known to come right into the shore. In fact, off Slapton, I think it was, when I was down in Devon living, 1980s. Sometime before that, a diver had been followed in by a poor beagle right up to the shingle, and it had a snap at his fins. Don't know how big that one was, but that was like 2 feet from the actual beach. A certain beach, Slapton Beach, where people do go swimming, etc, etc. So they're there, they come in close. Blue sharks don't come in close, so you're not going to come into contact with those much unless you're diving off a boat. But we got all these big sharks. So if you go in the sea, you're in there with them. Do you feel safe? I would say you're probably quite safe. And for the foreseeable future, you're going to remain safe. But the world is warming up, there's no doubt about that. The sea is warming up. We have at the moment huge shoals of bluefin tuna all around the coast, from Scotland all the way down to the south of Cornwall. Now those fish are anything from 50 to 500 pounds, sometimes bigger, 9,000 pound fish. That is a lot of shark food for big sharks. So all those fish are here, thousands and thousands and thousands of them. What are they attracting with them? Because they've come from warmer waters, so what's followed them? And like I say, as the seas warm up, what else is going to turn up in the way of sharks from waters further south that are currently nice and warm for the sharks, and it's currently too cold for them in this country, but in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, yeah, my daughter's 17, so by the time she's my age, which is 1,000 years, the seas are going to be a hell of a lot warmer, the country's going to be a lot warmer, there's going to be a lot of new species, a lot of new stuff. Hopefully it'll all be alive and not deaded off for various reasons. But how safe will you be then, in 50 years time, when the seas have got new species of sharks cruising around, and quite a lot of these sharks like shallow water. So you go in the beach, you know what it's like in Florida and Australia, they only got to go knee deep and they got sharks swimming around them. Pretty great big hammerheads and what have you. So what's it going to be like when we've got those? Now I know from the video in Florida they're used to it. You have 12 and 14 foot hammerhead sharks on the beach and nobody bats an eyelid, they're just swimming in amongst the swimmers. But they've also got tiger sharks to 1,000 pounds off the beaches. Now we know they'll eat people, and even if they don't eat you, if they just give you a bite, an exploratory bite from 1,000 pound shark is not going to be like being bitten by a mosquito. It's just going to take your leg off. It's just so big. So what's it going to be like in 50 years? I can't wait to find out, because everybody seems to think I'm immortal and I'm already like 1 million years old, so I should be around, or maybe not, who knows. So those are my thoughts for the minute. Ta-ta for now. Bit different for fishing, but something interesting. Toodle pip.